So there's the door. I have absolutely zero idea what just happened. Streamlabs just died. Like, let me just get back in the game. It just died. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't. I really don't. And I really hope this doesn't happen again. I don't know what happened. I honest to God have zero idea. It just kind of stopped working. I am assuming it crashed. I hope that's all that happened. Cause okay, sure, do that to me. Do that to me. Why are my streams always cursed? Why is it that every time I just want to play dumb little anime game? That is it. That is all I want. Something goes wrong every single time. And you tell that I'm getting extremely frustrated. I'm back in the cutscene.
Have you made any progress?
Okay. Let me just go back to the Infinite Void. Oh, wrong one. Where is it? Ooh, scary.
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't any progress.
Alright, I'm skipping through
I would
this.
love to answer. If memory serves me right,
Whoa.
Oh,
that might be how
no.
it seems from another
get through this
perspective. There
whole
are many
Okay.
All right, let us take a break then.
We're gonna have to get through all of this. Yeah, can you tell I'm getting really frustrated with the these lag, whatever. I can deal with that kind of. The game crashing, that's annoying. That really sucks. Actually, no, that very much sucks. I hate that. But stuff just kind of dying on me is like, ugh.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. Would you like to?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you!
Alright, yeah, we know. He likes water.
Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes. He seems like the type... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute
It is
observation.
water.
It is indeed water.
Yep.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it? This water is
It's gonna
indeed.
take a bit.
I believe you've already said water.
Dang.
Here is one of their latest products. Water from. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, distinct.
Really? Let Paimon try!
I love that we have to
What
sit
do you
through
think?
this. Like, not the voice lines, but just like the little pauses.
How?
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
Yeah, probably.
We are allowed to bring that up. Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages.
I'm getting through it.
Sorry, Paimon was
There's nothing to. I accepted.
questions.
Yeah, we get it.
Many,
You
in
feel
fact.
sad.
In essence,
You're like,
I lost many memories from
sad
the moment
man.
perhaps the element.
True.
you don't know who you
I have
are.
been holding
I-
up, but there is
death
one
and
thing. My guess would be that there are at
existentialism,
least
or
some
like,
similarities between
lack of
humans.
death and
Have you made any-
existentialism.
Perhaps, but that's why I'm quite.
Are we gonna...
I wasn't able to find.
Water? Do you
Okay.
mean...
Oh, I guess I missed something. Whoopsie. We're just gonna have to context clues. The Fountain of Lucine?
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me.
Makes sense.
Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Perhaps
Yeah.
we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Ayo. I guess we're teleporting to the fountain, then? Is why mine Miwa? Wait, we're going to the fountain, right? Hold on, let me check. Excuse me? This quest location is currently involved with other quests. Please check the details. What? Fine, I'll get through this. Not because I want to, but because... Hey. Hopefully this is really short. Hopefully it's one of those, like, really short, like, fetch quests. Hopefully. Probably. Please. And don't die on me.
Yep.
Ah, dang it, I have to fight enemies. Alright. Let's get through this. Let's go.
Yahoo!
And voila!
Let's play! Time for takeoff.
Fine. Okay.
Here we go!
Oh my god, die, please.
Let's play!
There we go. This would be it, right? I don't... It's whatever. Just getting through this. Okay. Oh, it's some leeway in people. What you guys doing here? Well, they're answering this in the quest. I'm just skipping it. Ah, it's done. Okay, cool. Let me get some fruit. Let's get Farina back. Alright, back to the quest we go. This is good, it was really short. Ah, it's the track that I like. It's one of the tracks that I really like.
I
Pages.
probably shouldn't disturb them.
Is that you? Yeah, that's you. Hey.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Not really. Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Okay.
A safe distance? Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Are you gonna dive in there? Oh, whoa, okay.
Whoa, it's glowing!
What is he doing? As the Fountain of Lucine lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. Okay. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I get, like, anxious every time we get to these types of loading screens because my brain goes, this is gonna crash. This is gonna crash. Oh. What just happened? Everything looks a little different than how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Did he take us to the past? Oh my god, are we in the past? Oh my god. Ever-surging memories. Explore the nearby... There's a dragon here. It's like black and white. Not dragon. What am I talking about? It's some... lion. Do I hear anything when it's in here? There's a platform here? I don't think there is a platform here anymore. No opera. Was this Fontaine 400 years ago? Oh no, this is gonna be sad. This is gonna be sad. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for tears. Yeah, everything's different. The opera isn't here. I can't run. Like, I can't sprint. Yep. It's Fontaine 400 years ago. Oh my god. This is gonna make me so sad. I can feel it. Oh no.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I had
certain
no
you'll
hope of
become an
pronouncing that.
indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
Carol's voice sounds familiar.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world.
Why are we getting all existential here?
For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
So is this 20 years after they were created? Little lore tidbit, but the Melusines are created from the remains of a dead beast? Yeah, of a dead beast and machinery. No, I'm not kidding. That's like actually in the lore. So I'm assuming this is 20 years after they were created. Oof.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way.
They're bonding over their existentialism.
I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did?
But I don't fit in.
The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village.
Damn!
It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Okay.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Is Carol voiced by the same actor as Farina? They sound very similar.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Lamine being here like, damn it, why does this always happen to me? Why do I always have to, like, go through, like, deep traumatic memories of people that I met for, like, a couple days? I mean, my nosy ass loves it. There's a tiny part of me that goes, should I be learning about all this? Like I've only met them for such a short amount of time. Hello?
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards!
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Damn.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
He's a racist. Speciesist? Speciesist, damn.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Oh god. Oh no. Some speciesism going on.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
Also, just like, thank you for the convenient exposition.
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know! So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Oh, thanks for spelling out the message, Simone.
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
It's called racism, honey.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you.
The born from calamity part is true.
There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
Aww.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
That's sweet. That's sweet. This guy's a real one. Oh, that's right, I can't sprint. I'm just walking. There he is. With both of them. And there's the waypoint, still unlocked. Hey.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin.
Aww.
Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melazines gain the trust of humans.
Aww. Oh no, this is gonna be sad.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melazines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
Hey, can you try being just a little bit positive, dude? Just a little bit?
Ugh, you blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Alright, some NPCs.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine.
Okay.
So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melazines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
Okay.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Alright, some murder plots going on. Some...
Turn the murderer in!
Alright.
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Wait, we're back at the fountain.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting speciesism to be the main plot point in his story quest. I'm fine with it. I'm here for it.
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform.
So what is the old regime?
They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power.
But wait, incited the public among the they incited panic among the people in order to make confess to his mistakes. Aha!
The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
Okay! Okay.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
Oh, dude, you can chill out a little bit. It's alright, it's fine.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept
Yeah.
that as a solution.
You talk to him. Okay. You should probably talk to him, get a little bit out of your system in a decent way.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you.
Oh wait, the opera's here now. How much time has passed?
I will take responsibility for everything.
Oh, they're screwed. They're absolutely screwed. Okay. They're... Ouch. Enter the opera house? And now Neuvillette has to either arrest his friend or witness his friend dying. A multitude of things, none of them end well.
They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Okay.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Okay. Also, what is this old regime they keep bringing up?
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
Neuvillette is not okay.
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose.
Ooh.
Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law.
Yeah, I was thinking
To
that.
execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, because it's like, he, like morally, I guess you could say he was doing, I don't know, he was doing it for a good cause, but he still did whatever he did. They didn't fully kill people, probably? He said bloodshed. He still committed crimes, even if it was for, at least in his mind, a good reason.
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
Oh no, oh no.
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, Is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette,
Oh, betrayal! Betrayal!
what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
You can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice that this is, like, difficult for him.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
I swear if it's raining the next scene. If it's raining in the next scene. That's an ouch. Oh my god, it is raining! Wait, or is it the fountain?
Hey, stop spacing out!
Okay, it's just the fountain.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me.
Sorry, I kinda spiraled for a second.
I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
The memories I saw were related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine, to when you declared Vautrin guilty. Yeah.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
I think the subtitles are wrong, because the subtitles say, however, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seems to be related to the smuggling case.
However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
They flipped.
Oh!
Huh, that was weird.
Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
Indeed we did.
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Navia!
I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Sup?
Navia! Nice to see you again! Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things.
But I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
Charlotte.
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you.
Yeah.
You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
He's gonna be like, huh?
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mormonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
It's true.
What is more important is
guess.
how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines.
Is the old regime. They keep bringing that up. I'm curious about this old regime.
I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
So is Palais Palace? I don't know French.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine! This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about public opinion, since conveniently it's pretty positive towards the Melusines.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
It's a job, it's a job.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the Special Patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Neuvillette? I think he's looking at us.
When is it gonna start raining?
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nah, dude, it's public opinion-wise, more than fine.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
How sweet. Albeit very convenient. Extremely convenient that he's like, man, I wonder how the public thinks about the Melusines. And then there's just like an entire group of people being like, yeah, the Melusines are so cool. Woo, we love them. So, yeah, okay. Alright, back to the palace. Alright, that was a little clunky writing-wise, but hey, the sentiment's there. The sentiment is there. Right. I'm running. Hey. Was it this one? That's the one talking specifically about Melusines. Wait, okay. Look for suspicious documents. The smuggling case is what we were talking about.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one.
Yeah, there's a little Melusine drawing.
The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rasula just checked in with us.
Yeah, perfect timing.
He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Never underestimate the skills of the Spina di Rasula. Never underestimate them. So, like around here. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Alright. Or I could just go like this. It's a bit faster. So far, I'm liking this story quest. Mostly because, you know, we're actually spending time with Neuvillette and actually learning about him as a person. Which, you'd be surprised. You'd think that the story quests are all that, and they're supposed to be. But some of them are kinda, like, not that. Alright, we caught the boys.
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check out all these people! Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Maréchaussée Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
They threaten them. They're like, if you don't drink more coffee, I'm going like shoot your brain. I'm going to shoot your brains out.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off.
You didn't beat them up, did you? You didn't threaten them, did you?
But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essa here?
Yes, that's me.
Nah, dude, they had them at gunpoint, literally.
You're Essa?
Yes, Monsieur, Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Who ordered you?
Orders from whom?
Yeah.
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Oh shoot, we're going back to the fortress?
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You did more than enough, girl.
You've done more than enough.
Yep.
I'm extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
Yep.
Alright then, let's head to the fortress right now!
Let's go! Again! Let's meet up with Risley. Oh? Note, involvement in other quests. Current quests. Continuing the current quest may cause parts of the following quests to become occupied, unless progress cannot be made. Oh! Yeah, we can continue it. Okay. Alright, back to the fortress! Back to the fortress of Meropide, which is all the way up here, which kind of confused me, because the entrance to the fortress is in the Opera Epiclus, so why is it all the way here? Ah, whatever. Yeah, I'd like to, Witch Slayer. Can I teleport to the... Dang it. Can I teleport to his office? Yes, I can! Yes, I can. Awesome, epic, cool. Augers. Oh yeah, and the music. Forgot about the music.
It's Monsieur Neuvillette?
It's like, wow, what's he doing in here? Sup, Risley? Has it been?
Welcome to the Fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed guests.
We're back!
Hey! Remember us?
Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
You tell Risley about the threat letter Kiara received.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Hyman hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he?
Apparently.
To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
Neuvillette's just like, no, just some trauma, that's all. Just some trauma surfacing.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I'm concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
It's Sigewinne, hey.
Sigewinne!
A Melazine named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
I mean, we really just want to talk to it, like right now.
Wriothesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns.
I'm just here to talk to it. That's good.
Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
It's like, I'd take advantage of this.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that.
Rip.
But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
I just need
And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Yeah, the nursery, the infirmary, I know where that is. I definitely know where that is. Yeah! It's not like I spent like 3 hours in this place and I still don't know where anything is. Sprinting. I'm running as fast as I can to the doctor's.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
It's like, what is the Hydro Archon doing in here? I'm getting there. It's here.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Damn. Okay. Thanks, Edwin.
I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Sejuin. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
Criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice that. I just passed them. Like I heard one of them speak because the little dialogue box appeared, and I was just like, oh, that's a little weird. They noticed something was off.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them.
Put Paimon here.
But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go. You're not exactly a sight for. You're not exactly a sight for sore eyes around here. It also be a little weird. Like the people would definitely like freak out and probably give us the response we don't want. So
That's not a bad idea.
It'll just be us.
I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Look at them. It's the two of them together. Look at that. The two of them together.
I place great trust in Wriothesley, so I rarely visit the fortress of Meropide. However, exceptional circumstances call for exceptional measures. I hope I didn't cause him too much trouble.
Picky minds. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, I think he kind of sort of likes your presence. At least a little bit. I mean, people ship the two for a reason, so... Alright, oh. Wrong place, wrong place. I still get lost in this place. Alright. Where are they? Number 1. Badges, badges, badges. They are wearing badges. Hello.
Anything you need?
The badge you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Okay.
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
So why are you in the fortress if you've never committed a crime, eh? Eh? Unless you, I don't know, spoiled a book, which apparently in Fontaine is a crime. That is enough for you to go to the Fortress of Meripede. I am not kidding. That is a thing. That is canon. Kind of. Like, you can literally go to jail for spoiling a book. That's so funny. How about you?
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
Okay, we help each other. Do all you can to further justice. Do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join, and membership is free. There are no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including but not limited to cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that all Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meripede, face up to the crimes they have committed, encourage each other, support each other, and welcome the future together. Okay.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged.
I don't know, man, this feels so sus. I swear, like, any organization that is, like, happy and peppy just feels sus. It's like, you're too happy for your own good.
Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
Okay, thanks. What about you?
You two look kind of familiar.
The badge you're wearing.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
Medal of Peace? Did the friend... What's his name? I forgot his name, but did the friend create the organization when he was exiled? Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other.
Oh wait, is this an actual genuine organization? What is this?
All of us have a lot of respect for him.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's
They gave us the book.
talk to Neuvillette.
They gave us the book. Like, we're gonna go up to him and we're gonna be like, hey, so remember the friend where you had your, like, depressing anime betrayal? Yeah, he ended up creating a little organization that's still alive today. What are your thoughts on that? Are you gonna cry? I want him to cry. I want it to start raining. Dude,
Did you
gotta
manage
listen
to
to
gather
this.
any intel?
Indeed.
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire.
Damn.
The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh, so the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Dominico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
That must be like an extremely bittersweet feeling. That's like your friend who you exiled ended up doing like good. Like good even while in exile. Well, assumed good. It's like when the organization about when the organization about supporting one another is actually about supporting one another.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico.
Hesitance. The hesitance and the disgust. Oh my god.
Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette?
Hey.
What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
You can't really guarantee it once you're threatening the life of, like, an innocent being.
I can do that.
You see,
Alright.
We're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way. You're hopeless. It depends on the type of ignorance, and I guess it depends on, like, the thing. Like, I guess in his case... Oh no, he's totally bluffing. But I feel like ignorance it's very much a case-by-case basis. But he's hopeless. You're hopeless, dude.
My initial target was Neuvillette.
Oh my god.
Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melusines to salvage things.
Uh-huh.
I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force it to resign from the Maréchaussée Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
I love that he's like, I was ignorant. I didn't know that I was smuggling things. I didn't know that, and that's why I ended up here. And we're like, so you took it out on Melusines? It's like, okay, dude, we get it. You're mad, but you took it out on what's basically just like an innocent citizen. I don't know, man. It seems like the real issue is you.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later.
Yeah.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette,
Wait.
you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Hold on. So it kind of sort of reminds me of that, like, Adventure Time episode where, like, the Ice King is dressing up as a horse and he's like, I just wanted to be happy, like you guys, but I have no idea how. And Jake is like, so you dressed up as a horse? It's the same vibe. Were you concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situations? Okay.
Yes, I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
400 years ago?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. It's like, how long ago was this traumatic event? It was hundreds of years ago. Okay.
Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society.
But now they are part of the society.
But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you.
Aw, that's so sweet.
When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
That is so sweet. That is so cute. I love that.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like that won't ever happen again.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties.
Well, you did your duties correct. Yeah, well, you did your duties right. And that's not common with authority figures. That's not just authority figures. That's just common for people in positions of power. Like you actually did your job correctly. I love that he's like, I'm not worthy of high praise. I just did my job. And it's like, exactly, you did your job. You did the thing that the other people don't, that most don't.
It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
Aww.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well.
Okay.
While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me.
That's just how it works. Kiori says yo.
The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not going to...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild.
Okay.
Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk.
Okay, okay.
I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
Chat, sure.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
I can see why people ship these two.
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network.
Yeah, less of an investigation and more just talked to, like, 3 of them. Not even talked, I just said hi.
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
Yeah.
What?
Very... Doesn't he hate Neuvillette? No, I think it was more of a spur of the moment kind of thing. That, like, he couldn't, like, process the fact that Neuvillette was, like, sentencing him. That, like, he just lashed out in that moment.
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
Oh?
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice.
Okay.
And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. But it did cause a lot of issues at the time, because people didn't like that. Like, people didn't like that he was sentencing him.
That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Hey bro, you doing okay?
Please, take care.
You doing alright there, guy? The blinding white light, ugh. That was a beautiful scene. I loved that scene so much. I love that so much. Because, like, to a human, to us, to Risley, well, I don't know about us, but, like, to Risley, 400 years is a crap ton of time. That's, like, an insanely long time, right? And so, like, obviously to, like, Risley and to, like, most people, 400 years ago was, like, forever. It was, like, an eternity ago. But for, presumably, an immortal, like Neuvillette, 400 years was not that long. It was really close. It was very recent, assumingly. So it makes sense that he has this thought of, like, you know, the Fontaine still hates me, and Fontaine still hates the Melusines. Even though things are different now. And Risley here is like, bro, that was a million years ago. It's like, you need to realize that 400 years is a stupid amount of time. That's beautiful. I can see why they
trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but
yeah.
I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Damn! No, oh, okay, I thought it crashed for a second.
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said.
Yeah.
As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is...
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, the Traveler's speaking.
Every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
Oh my god. As the Hydro Dragon Sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then. Perhaps the line between him and humans perhaps the line between him and humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no! Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
We don't even stop to think. Oh?
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Rip.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
That must be rough.
Is this rain going to stop?
That's rough.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Oh.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
This cutscene is incredible.
Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past. Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Smile, smile, please have smile. Oh! Oh, it's not over yet? Shoot, I thought it was over. That's it.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
They're like, nah, dude, it's fine.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
Is he gonna be like, no?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Cool.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month.
Yeah, I'm free when, you know, the hype has died down.
Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Her circuits are frying. Her circuits are frying.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? What should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
It's true. Awesome. And I guess... what's Venti doing here? There we go. And I guess we go back to the palace. I'll talk about my thoughts when it's over. I'll talk about my thoughts on this and then end the stream because it's getting late. I'm honestly surprised that we were able to, like, I mean, it's not done, but it's, we're like at the end. Okay. Hey bro, you doing a- oh, it's you. Hey. Oh, you're asleep. Hi.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
No.
Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
Does she not know?
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too?
Aww.
Oh, I almost forgot! Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
I love that he's like a dad to the Melody. It's over! It's over! Okay. Can we like have a little I'm away for personal reasons. We'll be back in a day. Farina's reply. Personal reasons? Oh me, oh my. Has our Chief Justice finally come to his senses? Whoa. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You should follow my example and go out more often. You need to get to know your people better. Farina says, even though she basically keeps herself confined to the opera house. Even if something unfortunate happens, you'll still run into a lot of unique characters along the way. What do you think? What do you think? The human world isn't too bad now, is it? That's a very nice letter. That's a very nice letter. Does he have anything else?
I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
Bro, this is like one of the few times she's being serious. Take it. Take it, Neuvillette. I don't know how often you get to see her serious side, but in the player's perspective, you better cherish every single mature moment she has. Well, I think that's it, guys. Okay. I'm just gonna... I like these. Well, I'm just gonna run around Fontaine and talk about my thoughts, because wow. Just wow. I'm gonna run around... Yeah, I'll run around here. Because I was going to say I have a lot of thoughts, but it's not really a lot of thoughts. It's more just like strong, like, mostly praise. Mostly praise. Don't be scared, don't be scared. It's mostly praise. Okay. So, that story quest was incredible. Like, hands down, probably, like, one of the best story quests that I've played. I haven't played every single story quest, but that I've played, that was probably the best one. That, for a variety of reasons. Like, the first reason is because it's actually about Neuvillette. I said this at the end of my Linny story quest. I said this at the end of my Linny story quest, but one of the biggest issues... Oh, there's a Pillachill there. One of the biggest issues that I have with the story quest is that, like, they're supposed to be, like... They're supposed to be there so that, like, you know... Oh, I can't... Okay, there we go. They're supposed to be there so that you know the characters better, right? Like, Neuvillette's story quest is about learning who Neuvillette is, right? Right? It makes sense. It makes complete sense. But strangely enough, actually, the majority of... Not the majority, but like a good chunk of Genshin story quests are not that, and really a good chunk of it really is just you hanging out with the character for the day. And you might be like, oh, but don't you learn about them like that? And it's like, not really, no. Like, if anything, it's just you, like, it's just more of the character, which is fine, don't get me wrong. I love spending time with these characters. I love that. I love that a lot. But it's one of those things where it's like, there's a difference between spending time with a character and actually learning who they are. And I feel like, you know, these story quests are there so you actually know who they are, right? The Archon quest is for the big overarching story. The story quest is more, like, intimate with a character. And I mentioned this in Linny's story quest, but, like, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this in Linny's story quest, but I feel like a large reason is because of this guy's story quest, where I think they pulled off Venti's story quest very, very well. And so they just kind of followed the exact same pattern. And what I mean by that is that they followed this pattern of there's an NPC who is going through a very similar struggle, and we basically spend the entire story quest learning about the NPC and not about the character. Like, it worked with Venti, because it's supposed to be kind of like a gotcha moment, kind of like a, oh, you feel kind of bad for this NPC because of the stuff that he's going through? Yeah, fun fact, Venti's going through the exact same thing. And they don't really pull that off as well with other story quests. Anyway, back with the Neuvillette one. Neuvillette wasn't that. It didn't follow an NPC. It was about him. And the NPCs were his relationships. Like, people in his life that has affected him. It was squarely about him. And, like, I absolutely love the story of like, him feeling like an outsider. He feels out of place. He feels like, you know, something's off. I don't belong here. Why am I here? And, like, his concern for the Melusines is very clearly an extension about the concern for himself. That, like, 400 years ago, people didn't like him, or the Melusines, but people didn't like him, and it was definitely the main contributor as to why he felt like an outsider. And, like, he basically spends the entire time being like, I need to make sure this Melusine is protected because I don't want the terrible stuff that happened in the past to happen again. Not realizing that the world loves Melusines. Well, not the world, but, like, not realizing that Fontaine loves Melusines. And by extension himself, I don't think he realizes that they like him. And that scene with Wriothesley at the end was incredible. With Neuvillette being like, I'm so concerned over this case because I'm afraid that this terrible thing will happen again. And again, like symbolically, it's, I'm afraid that people aren't going to like me again. Or I'm afraid that people have never liked me and they're making it known now. And Wriothesley's like, well, how long ago was this? And he's like, it was like half of 1,000 years ago. And Wriothesley's like, dude, that's in the past. Like, that was like an eternity ago. Like, like I already mentioned this, but like, to Wriothesley it's obvious. To us it's obvious. Well, I don't know about the Traveler, but to us it's pretty obvious. To the players, it's obvious because it's like, yeah, 400 years is a crap ton of time. But Neuvillette is presumably an immortal. The 400 years doesn't have the same weight to him. 400 years to him is probably a very short amount of time. And so, for him, like, yeah, no, it's fascinating. It's basically him telling Wriothesley, like, you know, I'm afraid that, like, people still don't like me and are still plotting to ruin my life. And Wriothesley's like, nah, dude, they don't. People fucking love you. People adore you. But you don't realize that because you still think that things are the way they used to be. But they're not. Not anymore. And it won't be like that. And it won't be like that again, at least for a very, very long time, because 400 years is a very, very long time. And the scene where we're talking with him at the end, and he, like, contemplates what Wriothesley told him. And then he asks us, what do you think of me? I'm gonna be, like, 100% honest, that made me tear up. I'm gonna be completely honest, that actually made me tear up. You can't see it because of my avatar, and my avatar is, like, the cute little funny pep, but, like, that actually made me tear up. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because I low-key related to that. Low-key, I kinda did. Like, related in the sense of, like, you know, like, I fear that people don't like me. I don't know, it's like anxiety. It's like anxiety. It's like, I fear that people don't like me. And then somebody that I trust said that I'm just overthinking things, but I'm not completely sure. What do you think of me? Do you like me? Do you think I'm annoying? Kind of thing? Oh, that was incredible. That actually made me tear up. And then that final cutscene. That final animated cutscene with him in the rain. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, because he's the Hydro Dragon, he has a strong connection with not just Hydro the element, but just like water in general. And so whenever he gets sad, whenever he cries, whenever he mourns, whenever he gets like emotional, it rains. The rain is like his tears. And so it starts raining, which is like he's like crying, or at the very least like close to crying, or has the emotion of crying. And like the scene where the people were like, ugh, it's raining, and oh man, I hate this weather, and quick, let's get out of the rain. Like people complaining about the rain. It was depressing. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I hate the rain. I actually personally, I hate the rain. I hate it so much. But like, in the context of the scene, it is just utterly depressing because it's like, they don't know that he's the water dragon. They don't know that. So when it rains at random intervals, people just kind of complain. Without realizing, and Neuvillette is like right there. He's like right next to them. And so they're complaining right next to him without realizing that he's crying. Without realizing that. And that's like, damn. That must be rough. Like, imagine every time you get emotional, people complain. But they don't know they're complaining about your emotions. They don't know that. And it kind of sort of gave me the thought of like, maybe one of the reasons he doesn't understand his emotions is because he doesn't allow himself to feel all that often. Because when he does feel, he just like quite literally inconveniences people, which is like, no, that's heavy. That's heavy. Furina's run is so dumb, oh my goodness. That's extremely heavy. And just, like, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And like, while he's walking, then there's that one child that says, Hydro Dragon, please don't cry. Oh my god. Because, like, another thing about Fontaine is that, although they don't know that he is the Hydro Dragon, it's still like a legend in Fontaine. That when it rains, it means that the Hydro Dragon is crying. So with the little kids saying like, Hydro Dragon, please don't cry, is like, that's so cute. And then he stops, and it's like for a split second he realizes although they don't know it's me. That is the tiniest boar I have ever seen. It's like, although they don't know that it is me who is crying, they know that I'm sad. It's like, oh my god. And then, shit. Wait, I can't fight them. I have Furina, she's like not built yet. And then the line of Furina talking, the like, you will see much of the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. Because yes, that is Furina talking. That voice line appeared in one of the version trailers, and a lot of people thought it was somebody else. Because it doesn't sound like Furina, it doesn't sound like normal Furina. But it is her. That is her. And like, you can see that in her letter, with her basically saying like, the human world isn't that bad now, is it? It's incredible. Absolutely. I 100% see Neuvillette is one of the best characters in Fontaine. I don't know about the whole game, but in Fontaine he is. 100%. And I remember when his character card design thingy was first released, his voice actor, his English voice actor, talked about how, like, this character was very interesting, that he loved voicing him. And I don't know if this is true, I just heard it from somewhere, that the voice actor literally re-recorded all of his lines from the first 2 acts of Fontaine so he could portray the character better. And I was like, okay, this character is like big enough. I don't know if big enough is the right word. This character is interesting enough for the voice actor to literally want to re-record all of his lines to do him justice, and I 100% see it. Like, his character is so... it's so fascinating. It's so fascinating, where it's like, it's this man that wants to understand people and himself, and he does. But he doesn't realize it. Oh my god, get out of here. He does, and he doesn't realize it. And I love that. Can these enemies leave, please? Get out of here. Oh my goodness, they're still following me. No, I'm rambling about a quest. No, I'm just wandering the map so that they don't, like... what was I talking about? Yeah, he is a person that so badly wants to understand humans and himself. And it seems like he does, but he doesn't realize it. And I love that. Magdavox says, hola, buenas, ¿qué tal? Estoy bien. Acabo de terminar la historia de Neuvillette y era absolutamente increíble, así que ahora estoy hablando sobre eso. I don't know if you understood that. But yeah, and I didn't call it, but I mentioned this in the beginning of the quest, that, like, it seems to me that Neuvillette's big thing is that, like, his big thing is that he's actually closer to people than he thinks. Because he's been around people for so long. Like, he doesn't see himself as human. He sees himself as an outsider. But he's been with people for so long that he is people, really. Like, he looks like people. He acts like people, somewhat. Mostly, yeah. He looks like people. He acts like people. He understands people without him really realizing it. But he doesn't realize it. But it's one of those things where it's like, you're not an outsider. You've been around these people for so long that you kind of... You are with them. And people see you that way. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, yo, it's the dancing robots. I love the dancing robots. But, yeah, I called it. I didn't call it because I didn't know. But, like, my assumption was correct. Just, like, this idea of, like, he's more human than he thinks. Because he's been with humans for longer than he thinks. And it's incredible. I love it. I love that. I love the trope of, like, I love that trope of, like, you do understand things. You just don't realize it. You don't realize it, but you're so close. You're so close to getting it. And this music's getting loud. Let me move out from here. Alright, Magnabot says, wow, ese español... Wait, wow, ese español sí fue bastante bueno. Oh, emoji. Gracias. Eso pasa cuando tus padres hablan nada pero español y es prácticamente tu primer lenguaje. Aunque no es mi lenguaje dominante, porque yo normalmente hablo inglés, pero... Okay, I'll stop. Well, I've ranted long enough. I've gone on about this. Vegva says, yo cuando veo una pila de sillas apiladas. Yes, sí. Well, I've rambled about Fontaine and Neuvillette long enough. Alright, so, next stream, because it's almost 10. I need to finish this. Alright, next stream. So, I want to stream... Oh no, she's gonna start talking. See, this is the reason why I'm running around, because I don't want them to idle when I'm talking. Okay, next stream, 100%, I want to do it this weekend. Hopefully on Saturday. Hopefully on Saturday, I want to stream. Because you guys do not understand the level of hype that I am in for this seemingly final chapter with Fontaine. Mostly to do with her. Which I still can't believe that I got her. I still can't believe that I got her. Mostly to do with her. She, like, just to sum it up, she has a vision, which most of the gods don't have. Like, Venti has a vision, but he has a vision because he pretends to be human. Farina does not. Farina is very openly the god. And like the other gods, like Nahida is my only other god that I have, she doesn't have a vision. Because she's also openly the god. She doesn't really need one. There's also the fact that in her character profile, it has a question mark. Meanwhile, Venti, Gnosis, Nahida, Gnosis, everybody else has vision because that's what they have. The Gnosis is basically the little chess piece that they have that gives them extra power. Farina does not have that. There's also the fact that she has this dark version and this light version with this longer hair. Personally, I like the dark one better because I think she just looks better, and I also just like her with shorter hair a lot more. Mostly to do with Farina. Like, she is very, not sus, but something's up with her. Something is 100% up with her, and her, not only is seemingly the final chapter of Fontaine out, but her story quest is out too. The amount of hype that I am for this, I am, like, avoiding the internet in Genshin, for the next few days so that I don't get spoiled. And, yeah, I cannot wait to stream it. I just hope to God that nothing bad happens. I really, really don't want it to crash. And I really don't want it to crash. Although it might. I just want the stream to go smoothly. I really want the stream to go smoothly. Because, like, Fontaine, story-wise, has been, like, my favorite. My favorite in the entire game, story-wise. From the story quests, just actually focusing on the damn characters for once, to the Archon quest, like the main meat of the story, being this slow build-up to prophecy. It seemingly is ending, at least like this chapter. I just cannot wait. Magnavox says, no se trata del juego, pero igual lo veo para verte hablar. Ah, gracias. Bueno, sí, I mean, si tú quieres aprender más del juego, estoy jugándolo, así que está bien. But, yeah, that's more or less all I have to say. I'm gonna try to stream this weekend, because I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait. I'm gonna try to stream this weekend, and hopefully, if everything goes well, fingers crossed, fingers massively crossed, it's gonna be awesome. Hopefully. It's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna get answers. Specifically with her, like, what's her deal? What's this girl's deal? What's going on? So, I cannot wait. Pray for Love 1X says, hola, me acabo de descargar el juego, 100%. ¡Ah, qué increíble! Sí, deseo que tú lo disfrutas. Yo personalmente ha sido mi juego favorito, y yo ni siquiera juego juegos. Yo no juego mucho. Pero este juego, yo no sé qué hizo este juego, pero estoy entusiasmado. Foxcat Me says, hello. Magnavox says, el stream mañana. Creo que fallé ahora. But, yeah, no, that's it. I need to get going. It's literally 10 where I'm at, so, yeah, no, that is it. Yeah, that is it. Let me just, go back to the Infinite Void little thingy. Yeah, no, that's it. I hope you guys had a really fun time. I had a blast playing this. Like, I'll admit, I'm kind of on the high. Why is the text box all the way down? I didn't notice that it... Okay. Or maybe it's not the text box. Ah, no, it's not. Okay, I thought it was. I had the time of my life playing this, and hopefully you guys had a fun time too. Yeah, I'm on the high, so that's why I said, like, it is my favorite story quest that I have played so far. I'm on the high, I fully admit that, but the story quest got me to tear up, guys. The story quest literally got tears out of me. So, if for what it's worth, if oh my god, pray for love 1x. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Oh my god, I spoke like a streamer. What is this? It's like, "Oh my god, thank you for the sub." No, really, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm on the high. I fully admit that, but like for what it's worth, the only story quest that got me that emotional was Venti's. And Venti is literally my favorite character in the entire game. So, for Neuvillette to do the same, like, mostly because I related to the anxiety. I related to that. But, that was good. That was great. So, that's, more or less all I have to say. Thank you guys for joining the stream, and hopefully I'll see you guys, this weekend, hopefully. But, yeah. That's about it. See ya.